Om Mahabhutanya Ahankarah Buddhir Avyaktamevacha Indriyani Dashaikam cha Panchachendriya Gocharaha Ichha Dvesha Sukham Dukkham Sangataschetana Etat Kshetram Samasena Savikaram Udahritam. Om Shanti 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 Hri Om Tat Sat. Bhagavad Gita, 13th chapter, 5th and 6th couplets. Especially the 5th one. Let us study this one in this session. This universe is created out of 24 elements. You know, when the physicists are studying the universe, they forget that mind, intellect, is also an integral part of the universe. They are too focused on electrons, protons and neutrons or muons or other particles. The mind also is created from the same source. All the sciences together need to be understood together, simultaneously. So Krishna is saying these 24 elements are 5 great elements. Mahabhut they are called. The earth element, the water, the fire, the air and the sky. The earth element includes everything that is solid. Water, everything that is liquid. Fire, all possible energies. Air, all possible gases. And sky, all possible waves. With various frequencies are there, various wavelengths at which they are vibrating. All possible waves. Along with, when you say sky, along with waves, it also includes another manifestation, the mind. Today we know that the science is telling us that the energy and mass are interconvertible. From a small piece of uranium, they can create a bomb. They can give electricity to the entire city. It has so much potential hidden in it. But that potential needs to be harnessed. In the right circumstances, you can harness it. You can bring it out. So Krishna is putting all these 5, earth, water, even fire and energies, even gases, even waves, as just manifestations from the unmanifested womb. Various colors are there, various textures are there, but they have all come from the same unmanifested source. Besides these five, the next he is saying the five organs of perception. And these are all marvels of nature, these creations. The eyes, the ability to see, not only the physical eyes that you see, that you can feel with your hands, all the centers of seeing that are hidden somewhere in the brain and then in the mind. The brain is gross, the mind is subtle. Some inscrutable connection is there, difficult to comprehend, difficult to understand how things are happening. So eyes, ears and their centers of hearing in the brain and the mind. Similarly nose, similarly taste, touch. The organs that perform these functions, the skin and your tongue, and their subtle sources that actually perceive. It's not the physical tongue that is perceiving the taste. The nerves take that input to the brain. The brain takes that input to the mind. And over there, the taste or seeing or other things are happening. So 5 organs of perception. Thirdly, 5 organs of action. And we would rather include more here. What he is saying is the organs of speech, walking and doing. Your hands, your feet, your legs and your speech organ. 3. And the organs of digestion and reproduction. Besides these, there are many other systems operating our bodies. The nervous system is there, the endocrine system, the hormones are controlled there. You have various tiny glands. Pineal is there in the brain somewhere, pituitary similarly. Then you have the thyroid, and then you have the pancreas and ovaries, testes, etc. They secrete hormones. The subtle is controlling the gross. That in turn controls your body. Whenever you go to a doctor, the doctor asks you to get some tests done. This is the normal procedure that they follow in allopathy. One of the tests that they do is on your thyroid gland, whether it is hyperactive or less active than normal. So hyperthyroid, they will tell you, or hypothyroid. Similarly with the other glands also. They secrete very, very subtle liquids perhaps, hormones perhaps, which in turn control your entire body. So nervous system, endocrine system, your skeletal system, how many bones we have? 206, something like that. And then you have the muscular system, the tissues, the skin, the hair. Let's include everything there. And then the circulatory system, your heart is pumping blood through veins and arteries. And that blood is going to all the cells of your body. And then it takes oxygen from your lungs. You have the circulatory system. Then you have the digestive system starting from your alimentary canal up to your tummy perhaps, stomach. And then you have liver and pancreas. Other things are there. The excretory system comes after that. Large intestine, small intestine. And reproductive system, ovaries, etc. These are the systems. He has said 5 of them. That's okay. But there are many more. So 5 organs of perception, 5 organs of action. Then 5 sense perceptions themselves that create the universe. The sight, the sound, the taste, the touch, the smell. 20. 21st is, the term used is man. Man here means your feelings. In this context, your feelings, the causal feelings and the consequential feelings. What needs to be once again observed here is that man and the 5 great elements, they are put in the same chapter of the book. The earth is a manifestation. Similarly, the feelings are also manifestations coming from the same source. So 2 types of feelings we understood earlier. Causal feelings, desires and aversions, likes and dislikes, expectations, hopes and wishes, and consequential feelings. The same thing becomes anger now, restlessness now, love now, courage now, fear now, security now, insecurity now. All these feelings put together, man, mind. The 22nd element is buddhi, intelligence. And this also has various facets, various faculties, various functions. Intelligence. You can do mathematics with it. You can resolve an issue with it. You can write a huge software program, ChatGPT, you can create using your intelligence. And it also includes the creative aspects. You might be good at linguistic intelligence or mathematical intelligence or musical intelligence or spatial intelligence. So many faculties are there. All of them put together, buddhi. And this also has the IQ aspect and the subtlety aspect. You might be having a great IQ. You might be getting A+ grades in all your examinations. And yet you might not be able to understand these concepts. They appear to be very difficult for you to comprehend. And the other way around is also possible, that your IQ might be not but just an average IQ you might be having, but these concepts, you listen to them and you become one with them in one shot. That's called subtlety of the mind. Sukshmata. That's also a part of your intelligence. And that is related to the 3 gunas, tamas, rajas and sattva. They also come from the same mind. And that creates your personality. The 3 gunas, the intelligence of the 3 gunas and all the conditionings and desires that are hidden, and that in turn creating your personality and your habits, your patterns, your helplessness in following those patterns. That is called the 23rd element, called chitta. Chitta, my habit patterns, based on what combination of the three qualities I have. One person can be very sattvic, but rajas and tamas must be there along with sattva. Ramakrishna used to say that you cannot remove any quality completely, otherwise this body will not be able to survive. All the three have to be there. It's only in the state of samadhi that you transcend the three qualities. You experience the absolute, having given up your attachment with the relative. But until then, sattva might be predominant, but tamas and rajas will also be there. They might be dormant. They might be there in very small percentages, but they must be there. You have to sleep at night. Tamas is required. You have to do something. Rajas is required. Even that doing itself, you might not be having a great many desires. It might not be for some X factor, for some fulfillment coming from external source that you might be active. That force of doing itself, even if it is the purest one, that will not let you rest on the seat of meditation for a long time. That's also an aspect of rajas. Similarly, sattva is also there in all the beings. So whatever is predominant, that creates your major character pattern. You go on repeating the same thing over and over all your life unless you are consciously working on the mind. Unless you have this desire that you have to detach from your previous patterns, they have not served their purpose. Now you want to outgrow them and create a new being from within yourself. So 23. What is the 24th? It's called ego. Ego in this context means the sense of separation, algav. That you are a different person and I am a different person. The inability to see the one universal consciousness pervading all around. I am Teresa, I am Charo, I am Melanie, I am Kamal, I am Amit, I am Siddhesh, I am Ajay. This attachment with a name and form and certain qualities. This is called ego, aham. I am different, you are different. I have my own journey, you have your own journey. Imagine the waves in an ocean. Countless waves are there, and each one, imagine, they are having their own ego. And based on that, all of them are having their own desires and sources of fulfillment and happiness. None of the waves in the ocean knows that they are the part of the same body of water. They are unable to understand. And imagine two waves talking with each other. I have heard that there is something called an ocean. One wave is telling the other. But this is just a myth. I can't believe that there can be anything that is infinite, that has infinite potential, infinite water in it. I don't believe in these things. And the other wave is also agreeing. Yes, what you are saying is right. No wave has ever seen the ocean. And both of them feel that they have their own desires, their own journey. Another third wave comes and says, well, I have seen the ocean. Actually, I have felt that, experienced that. I am a part of the ocean. And these two start laughing at the third one. What nonsense you are talking. If you have seen, why can't we see? The same here. Ego creates the sense of separation. In reality, we are one with the universal consciousness that is all pervading. We are in India, you are in Spain. I just ask you here, are you listening to me? Can you hear the voice? And within a second, your reply comes, yes. So what is it that in no time reaches Spain and in no time comes back from there? It hardly takes a millisecond. The all-pervading consciousness it has the unlimited speed. When it does, it can go at the speed of light for the sake of convenience, let us say speed of light, and come back. The same source is pervading all the manifestation, as they give the example, as oil pervades the seed. The entire seed, every pore of it, every cell of it is filled with oil. Similarly, the universal consciousness is filling all that is. The entire universe, all the trillions of galaxies that are there, billions of stars in each galaxy that are there, and us puny human beings too. But when you are under the influence of ego, you cannot comprehend this fact. Let us study it from a different angle. They say in the scriptures that you have three bodies. Mostly we are aware of the physical body only. I call it Ajay. I go to a doctor, the doctor uses his stethoscope or uses various other instruments, CT scan, MRI, PET scan, or ECG, EEG, other things. What is it that he is checking? He is just checking my gross body. It is called Sthul Sharira. STHOOL. Sthul means gross. That is perceptible by the senses. One can see it, one can touch it. The various systems I told you about, nervous system and endocrine and all that. Sthula Sharir. This is the gross body. They also give the concept of Sapta Dhatu that creates the Sharira, that creates this body. These Sapta, 7 elements are fat, tissues, the digestive juices, blood, bone marrow, and sperms. And of course, the eggs must also be included in it. This is also Sthula Sharira. But this is not our entire being. Besides this, we do have Sukshma Sharira or subtle body. SOOKSHMA. Sukshma Sharira, subtle body, it includes the various pranas, energies, various chakras. 7 major chakras are there and infinite minor chakras are there that give energy to each cell of the body. The root chakra or Mooladhara, the sacral plexus or Swadhisthana, the solar plexus or Manipur, the heart chakra Anahat, throat chakra Vishuddha, brow chakra Agya, and crown chakra Sahasrara. Again, these are not mere theories. You can feel the chakras when your sensitivity increases. You can not only feel, you can transmit energies, pranas to the chakras. They do it in pranic healing and Reiki. And there must be other ways also. You align yourself with the infinite source of healing. And then you become a channel, let it flow through you and enter the body of the recipient. Earlier, about 20-25 years back, we used to teach Reiki also, practice Reiki also. And it had great benefits we had seen. Anybody coming with any problem, at least in a session of half an hour, 1 hour, the person would be relieved of the problem. Whatever it was, pain in the knee or pain in the chest or back pain or so many things that were covered in it. But relief was there, cure was not there. So later on, we thought that we would not focus on the relief measures, we would only focus on the cure measures, and Z meditation is that. A lasting cure tool. So pranas or energies, that's one part of Sukshma Sharira. The second part of Sukshma Sharira is Man, Buddhi, Chitta. Feelings, intelligence, and personality. And the third Sharira or body is called Karana Sharira. Causal body. If the cause is there, only then the effect will be there, otherwise it cannot be. Karan Sharira is ego. Ego not in the sense of pride, but in the sense of separateness. Algav. It is so deeply embedded in our system, in our mind, in our body, everywhere, that I am different from others. I am separate from others. Krishna is saying that even this ego is an element, 24th element, that creates this universe. Think that how marvelous as well as incomprehensible, समझ नहीं आ सकती, inscrutable, how difficult to comprehend this creation is, and yet how marvelous it is. अद्भुत है. Einstein's famous saying, the current level of scientific knowledge is like we are standing on the seashore counting the pebbles. We haven't even entered the sea. Yes, it's endless. All that is hidden in the womb. From these 24 elements, just see what has been created. These beautiful colors, these weathers, these people, these plants, these animals. Almost all dogs are very faithful. That subtle element, Sukshma Sharira, it has been given faith, trust, love, care. And almost all human beings are selfish. And most of them are tamasic and rajasic, leaning towards tamasic. That is how their Sukshma Sharira is created. But all of them, be it dogs, be it a flower, be it a tree, be it a leaf, be it an ant, be it a fly, be it a bat, be it an elephant, be it a whale, be it a starfish, all of them have ego in them. It is that ego that creates insecurity and the sense of preservation. And insecurity regarding that I will die. Imagine the same waves having fear that one day they will die. That is, their name, their form will get demolished. That form will not remain, they know. And they are fearful about it. Same with us also. Up until now, we did the work on our Sukshma Sharira. As I told you earlier, on the ladder of evolution, the 7 rungs are there: lethargic state, sensual state, creative state, compassionate state. In the first 4 stages, your mind is totally externalized. केवल बहिर्वृत्ति होती है, बाहर का जगत ही सच नजर आता है. The world out there that you are perceiving with your sense organs appears to be the sole reality. But from here, you now move into the state of introspection and you start working on the inner reality. You turn your gaze inwards, antardrishti banate ho aap. You start working on your mind in order to transcend your personality patterns. in order to transcend the three qualities, in order to outgrow the force of the mind, in order to be peaceful, in order to be happy, in order to find fulfillment within yourself. I equals C living. So you do all the work on the mind. So we learned how to do the work on our Sukshma Sharira. Man, Buddhi, Chitta. Feelings, intelligence, that is conditionings, your beliefs. Your beliefs tells you that this is right, that is wrong. That is the aspect of intelligence, Buddhi. And then Chitta, the three qualities. We learned that we have to stand aside. Tatastha hona zaruri hai. Remaining lost in the mind's formations, you cannot do any work on it. When you are sleeping and having a dream, you cannot do any work on your dream. In that moment, when you are having the dream, you need to detach, become awake. Then you will be able to understand and analyze. In the same way, from the waking dream, you have to come to waking awareness. And we learned how to do it through the inquiry, through the mantras. Now the next step is detaching from the ego itself, the 24th and the most subtle element. Aham, ahankar se kaise hateं, kaise छोड़ें. Now, the third wave, that is very sattvic, is desiring to merge in the ocean. Having done the work on itself, it has realized that there is an ocean and it is one with the ocean. But the sense of separation is still not going. Understanding has come, but the experience hasn't come. समझ तो आ गई बात, पर अनुभव में नहीं आई. तुलसीदास, मैं और मोर तोर तेह माया, the couplet that I told you yesterday also. I, you, this is Maya. मेरा तेरा. How to transcend the I? Ramana has given a beautiful method. In an instant you can do it, provided you are ready for it. So we are doing the work on our thoughting. We have reached up to the question, the mindness question, and even that we have dropped, mindness. Now we ask the last question of the inquiry. It has two sub-questions. The main question is, who am I? Or rather, learn it this way. The first question, let it be, to whom the thought? And second question, who am I? When you ask the question, to whom the thought, the natural response is to Siddhesh, Who else? To Amit, to Kamal, to Ajay, to Charo, to Teresa, to Mela. This is what you think is the truth. The thought is coming to me, and I am Teresa. Really? Let us explore. Let us investigate this thought, I am Kamal. The second question is, who am I? Now, there is a trick that needs to be followed here. There is a method of responding to this question. You will not respond to the question using any words. As soon as you ask the question, right after that you will see that there will be absolute stillness in the mind. Be aware of that stillness. Be aware of that silence. It may last in the initial days only for a few seconds. And then once again the mind will take over. Once again the restlessness will come back. What more needs to be done? You also have to understand that in that silence, you have not died. Although there was no formation, but the awareness of the no formation state was there. The awareness of the stillness was very much there. The awareness of the silence. This is what remains when you ask the question, who am I? Or rather, awareness of the awareness itself would remain. And from this awareness, you will realize that the first thought that arises, the first wave that is formed is the ego wave. But it happens so promptly, so swiftly, you don't even know when you fall into the dream state again. The awareness within no time will get disturbed again, and the wave of ego will start, and that will in turn be followed by all the other thoughting waves. Your conditionings will get activated, your mindness will get activated, your desires, your X factors, your resolves, future, past will get activated. Where from all this is coming? Ego, the wavelet, वो जो छोटी सी लहर उठती है कि मैं अमित हूं, उस ईगो की लहर से सारा पूरा जंजाल खड़ा हो जाता है. That small wavelet that arises, that I am Melanie. From that, the entire structure of thoughting is created. Your conditionings, your mindness, your desires, your X factors, your future, your past, your insecurities. Oh, no, I am not enough. What will people think? What will my parents say? And all those things start coming. Where from? When you believe the sense of separation as true. When that ego arises, the sense of separation arises. During that moment of silence, that sense of separation was not there. No formation was there. No vritti was there. It's from that stillness that your mind and ego, etc., are arising. It's from the base of gold that you create a bracelet, an anklet, a ring, a nose pin, an earring. It's from the base of clay that you can create a vase, a platter, a statue. From the base of sky, the air is generated. From the base of sky again, the sound is generated. From the base of the self, awareness, silent awareness, peaceful awareness, the mind is created. The base remains all the time. The manifestations go on changing. Now you have a thought about your boyfriend. Now you are thinking about your office. And now you are thinking about a colleague. And now the thought of your parents comes. And now you are feeling love for somebody. Now you are feeling hatred for somebody else. Now it is what I like. Now it is what I dislike. Where from? The base of the self. This purest awareness is the self. Think of this word, self. It means me. The true I. And as regards the experience of the true I, the self, all of us will have the same experience. Peaceful awareness, or rather, you will also experience it is blissful awareness. It is the source of bliss itself. Chid Ananda. This is how it is defined. Sat Chit Ananda. Blissful, eternal awareness. Nitya Chinmay Ananda. And whenever frequencies take place, some wavelengths arise, the waves arise, mind is formed, and then your entire, I should do this, I should not do that. This is my home and that is not my home. This is my office, this is my job, this is what I have to do in life. This is all that I have to achieve, my ambitions, my this, my that. Your world is created inside of you. What was that couplet? Dirgha swapnam imam vidhi, dirgham vachitta vibhramam, dirgham vapi manorajyam sansaram raghunandana. Hey Raghunandana, hey Ram, where does your world exist? Only in your manovrittis, only in your mental formations, only in your illusions. Nowhere else it exists. अपने मन में ही अपना संसार है. The world exists in the mind only. Its various manovrittis. Nowhere else. And when you experience the self, that's an aha moment of your life. Wow! What all I have been considering myself to be, that was not right. I am this divine self that never comes into being, that never ceases to be. I am self-luminous. I am immutable, unchangeable. मेरे में बदलाव नहीं आते हैं कभी. अविनाशी तु तद्विद्धि. I cannot be destroyed. मैं अविनाशी हूँ. The fire cannot burn me. The air cannot dry me. The water cannot wet me. A sword cannot cut me. That famous couplet of the Bhagavad Gita. Nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavakaha, na chainam kledyantyapah, na shoshayati marutaha. I am blissful eternal awareness. Not because Ramana is telling me, not because a Jesus or a Buddha is telling me, not because some rishis in the Upanishads are telling me, but because I have experienced it. I am that. That famous book of Nisargadatta Maharaj. I am that. What is he implying? This I am. The self I am. Now let us practice this question along with the mindless question. For about 15-20 minutes. Pure joy is pure observation. Shuddhanand Shuddha Drishti. If you contemplate on this mantra, you realize that this pure observation, its subtlest form is purest awareness rather. Awareness of itself. Earlier we were focusing on observing the behavior of people, of observing our own conditionings, observing our own mindness. Now it becomes more subtle now. और सूक्ष्म हो जाएगा ये मंत्र. And all the mantras similarly are to be now seen in this light, that I am this eternal self. Let us study the last mantra also in this work. And we will be using the ego question, the last question, along with this last mantra. The last mantra is, I am blissful eternal awareness. I am blissful eternal awareness. मैं नित्य चिन्मय आनंद. मैं नित्य, eternal. The body was born, not me. The body will die one day, not me. I am the one that is giving sentience to the body. मैं body को जीवन दे रहा हूँ. In my presence, the eyes are seeing. In my presence, the ears are hearing. In my presence, the tongue or the vocal organ is talking. When this body will die, I will leave it. This is only like a guest house for me. I live in the guest house. I don't own the guest house. I am not the guest house. I was living in an illusion that I was the guest house itself. Wrong. Imagine a pitcher, एक मटका, in which there is sky. Outside of it is also sky. The sky inside the pitcher believes that it is matka, it is the pitcher itself. Little does it know that it is one with the universal sky. घटाकाश, घट के अंदर का आकाश और महाकाश एक हैं. The sky inside the pitcher, the sky outside, infinite, are one. So let us practice this mantra. I am blissful eternal awareness, along with the two questions. To whom the thought, who am I? To whom the thought, who am I? This is the ego question. The main question is the ego question. And it has two parts. To whom the thought, who am I? I am blissful eternal. What you are saying, you are experiencing simultaneously. That is how we have to practice the mantras. So let us practice I am blissful eternal awareness along with the two questions for about 15-20 minutes. Today, please practice union with this mantra the whole day. I am blissful eternal awareness. मैं नित्य चिन्मय आनंद प्रकाश, मैं नित्य चिन्मय आनंद प्रकाश. If thoughts distract you, do the inquiry, to whom the thought, who am I? Let go of your identification with the ego. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayaha, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukha Bhag Bhaved. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. May there be peace, peace and eternal peace in the hearts of all of us and in the hearts of all beings. Thank you so much. Bless you. Thank you.